So hi everyone, I'm Tracy Pattin and this is another episode of Sizzle in the Middle, and today my guest is fired up. She is Mary Lynn Miller. Hi Mary Lynn.
Hi.
Great to have you here.
Oh, I'm really happy to be here.
So why don't you just tell us what fired up means? Let's just get right to it. What does that mean? Your business is fired up for success?
It means it's operating at optimum energy.
So, and what do you do though? You are a life coach?
I'm a life coach, but I really work a lot with the mastermind concept and using community energy and collaboration to really, create extraordinary results.
Well, all of you out there, you sizzle chicks, women over 40, over 50 and beyond, and you don't have to be over 40 and beyond to be watching Sizzle in the Middle, but we're talking a lot about reinvention. Mm-hmm. Because when you turn 40, that seems to be a marker where it's time for many of us to kind of look at our lives and what am I doing? What am I going to do? Mm-hmm. So she has an amazing story about how she reinvented her life, and it happened at 40, right?
Right, about 42. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you just tell us what happened?
Just really briefly, I found out after being a corporate executive that I had cancer, and I had a bladder cancer, and it was expected I would have about 6 months to live. And so it really changed how I viewed everything, and I started going for that energy because I thought if I got 6 months, I'm going to do everything that I find, every piece of passion that I can before I go.
Okay, and I know you're dying to know. Sorry, no pun intended.
I like it.
I know you really want to know how long ago that was, so tell them how long ago.
1986.
Okay, so what?
I'm not a young chick.
But what a miracle.
Yeah.
And so, Mary Lynn, I think it's so interesting how we need sometimes to have a crisis to make us reinvent. And here you had this prognosis of 6 months to live, and instead of just hovering under the covers, you decided to make the most of your life.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us, so did you quit your corporate job right away, or what happened in that 6 months?
Actually, I had been in my own business for a little bit at that point, and I did quit that. And it wasn't to go home and die. It was because it wasn't working, and it was draining me so much. And I have to tell you, I think it's why I had cancer. Wow. Cancer is a stress-related disease, and it was just everything was stressing me out. And through the process of reviving myself, I revived myself rather permanently.
And I think it's really fascinating that you were talking about the way you were living your life then. It was about pleasing,
proving, and achieving.
So
three biggies.
And that's what you felt was bringing you down, and maybe contributed to getting the cancer.
Oh, absolutely. And I lost myself because I was doing what you wanted and what Mom wanted and what everybody wanted. And at 42 years old, I had to go, what do I want? If I've got 6 months, I'm not going to go to the movies because you want me to. I better go see something I really like. Because I don't got 4 months left.
This is amazing. Okay, so what happened then in that 6 months? Obviously, you're still here.
Obviously.
So do you think what you did in that 6 months helped you survive?
Yes. Do I think it changed my cellular construction? I have no idea about any of that stuff. I really don't.
Aren't the doctors kind of wanting to study you though? Don't they want to?
Well, my doctor didn't think I would live. My doctor is now gone, by the way.
Oh.
I outlived him.
Their doctor. Okay.
He said there wasn't much hope for me.
Wow.
But I think that what really was the difference is, you asked me something and I lost the track now. It was a really good question.
Do you think that in that 6 months that what you did helped you to survive?
Yeah. What helped me survive was my attitude. Mm-hmm. I think that when you are, and this is why all of us who are so burnt out and so task-oriented and so stressed, we're missing that we aren't having any life. And I mean in the real sense, there's no life in our life. And I think when I started making some very different decisions, and I encourage everybody, it's about the very smallest decisions. It is about where are you going to the movies, and how are you doing, and what's the attitude you're doing it with.
Okay, so you talk about, because we want to give some tips, so you talk about to reinvent and survive. Maybe you don't have a physical ailment, but still it is about surviving and thriving.
Absolutely.
And so these little things to do, these things, but like you said, changing your attitude.
Change your attitude. What gives you life? What gives you joy? What gives you energy? Start to become observant about what that is.
Okay.
And instead of sticking it in the back burner because you don't have time for it, it's time to bring it out and give it some energy and give it some life.
Wow. So we are kind of running out of time, unfortunately. And, well, I obviously have to have you back.
Okay.
Because I want to ask you a million more questions
Okay.
about how you've survived and how you live your life. But so you started your business, Fired Up for Success. So let's quickly talk about your upcoming seminar.
Oh, it's not even a seminar, it's an event.
Oh, an event, of
And
course.
yes, on June,
I like that term.
on June 27th in Redondo Beach, California, you can go to my website, www.firedupforsuccess.com. I'm having a live event, which is a mega masterminding, which means, again, collaborative energy. Let's find out what really inspires you, and let's help you get there.
And you know what? If anybody can inspire us, you can with your story. So,
Thank you.
Sizzle Chicks, go out and try and change your attitude, live
Change
in the
your
moment.
attitude and get that energy, because that's going to make you sizzle.
Great. Well, I'm Tracy Pattin, and thank you, Mary
Oh,
Lynn.
thank you.
This
You're
is
so much
Sizzle
fun.
in the Middle, and we'll see you next time.